इस वक्त रक्षा मंत्री राजनाथ सिंह का संबोधन शुरू हो गया है एरो इंडिया शो में।
केमिकल एंड फर्टिलाइजर मिनिस्टर, गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, चीफ ऑफ डिफेंस स्टाफ जनरल बिपिन रावत, चीफ ऑफ नेवल स्टाफ एडमिरल करमबीर सिंह, चीफ ऑफ एयर स्टाफ एयर चीफ मार्शल आर.के. भदौरिया, चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ जनरल एम.एम. नरावणे, डिफेंस सेक्रेटरी सी. अजय कुमार, सेक्रेटरी डिफेंस प्रोडक्शन श्री राजकुमार, श्री सेक्रेटरी DRDO Dr. Satish Reddy, and Secretary Civil Aviation Sri Pradeep Singh, Chief Secretary Karnataka Sri P. Ravi Kumar, business leaders from around the world, friends from the media, distinguished delegates, participants and guests who have joined physically and virtually, ladies and gentlemen, a hearty welcome to you all to Aero India 2021. I am delighted to see the defense ministers, senior defense officials and business leaders from around the world in this 13th edition of Aero India, the largest aero show in Asia. Like previous editions, Bengaluru, the capital of Karnataka state, has been selected to host the event again. Friends, I feel proud to mention here that Karnataka is a sacred, progressive and technologically advanced land influenced by the thoughts of great Bhagavan Bashwana and various sages, Sufi saints and modern-day engineering gems like Yam Visvesvaraya. Brothers and sisters, the existing supply chains developed over the years by the aerospace and engineering firms and investor-friendly government with simplified procedures and fast-track business approvals through single-window clearance mechanism combine to make Karnataka a very attractive destination for the industry. I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri V.S. Yedurappa, who has provided full support in hosting Aero India 2021 here in Karnataka. The Aero India series of shows have become an important milestone in the biannual calendar of the stakeholders across the world. In the universe of aviation, this show is one of the brightest galaxies that is accompanied by a wide variety of options, solutions, partnerships, and most importantly, opportunities. Aero India 2021 continues this journey that promises to take its participants from the runways to the airways that crisscross the deep blue skies around the globe. Friends, but like most journeys, this too will bring its unique challenges. And as the last year has shown, no journey can be completed without passing through testing times, through lessons that last a lifetime, through setbacks and falls, through failure and pain. Friends, many a test flight faced the challenge of the false start, aborted attempts, mid-air stalls, only to recover and eventually find success. Our collective journey through the last year has been no different. The year 2020 has been a challenging year for the entire world and has adversely impacted the lives, livelihood, industrial growth, and economy of many countries. Steering through the difficult times of COVID-19 pandemic, India has become a leading nation in the world to protect the precious lives of its 1.35 billion people from the pandemic, and is now arranging vaccine not just for its own people, but also for the rest of the world. India has endeavored to bring out not one, but two indigenous vaccines, Covaxin, Covishield, and stated the largest vaccine tried to inoculate 270 million people. Our concern extends to people across boundaries, believe in Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which means the whole world is a family. It also underlines our capability to make in India for the world. Brothers and sisters, despite the constraints caused by the global pandemic, I am pleased to see such a large number of participants in this year's event. It is coming from the world's leading nations in the field of military and aviation. This shows that humanity has tremendous capacity to overcome the adversities, and it is ready to convert such challenges into opportunities. It is this spirit that made us take the plunge and take a lead in organizing such an international mega event, which is completely COVID compliant. Friends, the Aero India 21 will display the vast potential for India and multi opportunities that our country offers in the field of defense and aerospace sector. It also promises to be the world's first ever hybrid aero and defense exhibition. In order to maximize the reach and participation, the event is being conducted in a hybrid format with a concurrent virtual exhibition which will integrate the seminars, business-to-business interaction, product display, etc. It will be not incorrect to say that Aero India 21 has truly gone digital and global. I have been informed that about 540 exhibitors, including 80 foreign companies, defense ministers, delegates, service chiefs, and officials from more than 55 nations are participating in this event. It reflects the growing optimism of the global community and the level of confidence felt in the emerging capabilities of India. The gracious presence of defense and foreign affairs ministers, service chiefs, officials, and delegates who have arrived from various countries and far places has added a greater significance in value to the event. I am personally grateful to you all. I express my deep sense of gratitude to the defense minister from Maldives, Ukraine, Equatorial Guinea, Iran, Comoros, and Madagascar who have joined this show in person, and many others who are joining virtually. I also recognize the presence of CEOs of global and Indian aerospace and defense majors. Friends, India today offers a unique opportunity in defense and aerospace manufacturing. This opportunity comes as a sangam of rising demand, greater innovation, conducive policy, and a maturing ecosystem in defense and aerospace manufacturing sector. We have taken many steps to strengthen our security apparatus recently. Domestic manufacturing of bigger and complex defense platforms has now become the focus of our policy under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan. We plan to spend $130 billion on military modernization in the next 7 to 8 years. My brothers and sisters, the sector has been further opened for foreign sector participation, and we are encouraging foreign OEMs to set up wholly owned subsidiaries or enter into strategic partnership with the Indian companies. This event would provide the participating nations and industries a platform towards forging such collaborations in the aerospace and defense sector. Since 2014, the Government of India has brought in many reforms in defense sector to create a conducive ecosystem for exports, foreign direct investment, and the Government of India has enhanced FDI in defense sector up to 74% through and 100% to the government rule. Which should act as a catalyst for foreign players to invest in India. Friends, the newly introduced Buy Global Manufacture in India category of capital procurement in Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020 allows outright purchase of equipment from foreign vendors followed by indigenous manufacture through its subsidiary India or through a joint venture or through an Indian production agency. Another newly introduced provision of Make 3 in the Defense Acquisition Procedure 2020 provides for Indian firms to manufacture defense items either in collaboration or with transfer of technologies from foreign OEMs. The new offset policy announced in October 2020 focuses on attracting investment and technology transfer by according higher multipliers. Friends, over the years, the government of India has facilitated establishment of wide-ranging production facilities of various defense equipment through defense public sector undertakings and ordnance factories. A large number of state-of-the-art weapon systems, platforms, equipment have been designed and developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization to meet the requirement of the armed forces through a strong indigenous technology base. I am happy to inform that the reforms aimed at bringing ease in doing business have shown good results. India has recorded a jump of 14 positions against its rank of 77 in 2019 to be placed now at 63rd rank among 190 countries assessed by the World Bank. Industrial licensing requirements have been eliminated for a number of items in the defense sector. Number of industrial licenses have almost doubled in the last 6 years, and more than 500 companies have now taken defense license. India is one of the fastest growing civil aviation markets in the world, with rising passenger and cargo traffic demand for aircrafts, and the related supply chain is increasing. Friends, India therefore holds a huge potential for investments in the aerospace sector, particularly in manufacturing of aero engines and sub-assemblies, as well as in the maintenance, repair, and overhaul of aircrafts.
एबीपी न्यूज आपको रखे आगे।